What is up, you guys? This is MiniSuperHeroes Today.
This video will contain massive spoilers for Shazam! Fury of the Gods, so if you're worried about spoilers, go see the movie and come back afterward. Man, Shazam! Fury of the Gods was so good. I went in with low expectations, I'm gonna be honest with you, but it really blew me away, and it's actually my favorite DCEU movie at this point, so I think that that's really saying something. Anyways, in this video, I'll be showing you how to make all of the characters from the movie using 100% official LEGO parts and pieces, so let's get into it. Up first, we of course have our main man, Shazam. Now, the hair, the face, and the torso, as well as the cape, actually come from the Shazam official minifigure that came out quite a few years ago. Unfortunately, it's been a few years since we've gotten some more, maybe not non-Batman DC characters, so unfortunately you gotta dig quite a ways back to get those pieces, but that's where they came from. The legs, which have the gold boots that look really great for this, come from Hyperion from LEGO Marvel. He's got tan hands, and the arms come from the Monkey King character from the LEGO Collectible Minifig series. I built Freddy using this pretty standard black hairpiece, the face from Han Solo, a white cape, which I should mention most recently in the superheroes line came on the DC Encyclopedia version of Superman, as well as the CMF Vision, but white capes have come in several different places over the years. The face comes from young Han Solo. The torso comes from Miss Marvel from the LEGO 4+ line of sets, with blue arms, tan hands, and the legs from Icarus from the LEGO Eternals line. Of the Shazam characters, this is probably the one I think turned out the best, and this, of course, is Mary. Now, I didn't want to use two Shazam torsos because I'm kind of assuming most people only have one, if that, so I went with something a little different and used the Ezra Miller Flash torso. I used these dual-molded arms from Bart Simpson to give you the kind of goldish yellow bands she has on with the tan hands. The legs come from Supergirl from LEGO DC. The head comes from Wonder Woman from the Collectible Minifigure series with some long brown hair and, of course, a white cape. Here we have Eugene in his black suit, so of course he's got a white cape. I used the hair and head from Shang-Chi from LEGO Marvel. A flipped around Outrider torso brings in some gold and black details on the torso, and you'll notice that a lot of the Shazam characters have silver boots, so there weren't a ton of perfect options, but in Eugene's case, the black boots, or the black legs with silver boots from Rockstar Batman from the LEGO Batman movie CMF work just fine. To build Darla, I used the hair and head from Monica Rambeau with the arms from Bumblebee from the LEGO DC CMF line. The torso is a flipped around Batgirl from the LEGO Batman movie with the legs from Kingo from the Eternals, and you guessed it, she's also got a white cape. And finally, we have Pedro, and this one was actually probably the easiest to build because I used the arms, torso, and legs from Cersei from Eternals. The head is a relatively rare piece. It comes from the German CMF soccer line, Kadira, I hope I got his last name right, with a white cape and the same hair that came on that figure. So making Billy Batson was honestly kind of interesting this time around because the actor that's played him has grown up so much and he's basically like a grown man at this point, but I still wanted to show that he's a 17-year-old kid, so I used the mid-sized legs, which if you don't know, are small legs that, you know, make the figure shorter than a regular minifig, but taller than the short legs. So, you know, I thought that that was a good compromise. Yeah, he probably could have the tall legs, but I just wanted to highlight that, you know, he's not quite as tall as he is when he's Shazam. Anyways, the face comes from Marty McFly from Back to the Future 2, as well as many, many other places like Hawkeye. I think it was used on Han Solo at one point, so it's definitely come in a lot of places. The hair is from Emmett from the Lego Movie, just to give him kind of that childish haircut, but have him look a little more grown up in the face. He's got a regular red torso on with dual-molded red arms that came on Vacation Robin, as well as Hyperion from LEGO Marvel, and then once again, he's got those short, mid-sized legs. To make Freddy Freeman, I went ahead and used those mid-sized legs again here as well so that he's taller than the last time I made him as a figure, but not quite as tall as his Shazam hero counterpart. The torso comes from the comic book guy from The Simpsons. I think that's where it comes from. If not, it's just from Lego City. The problem is, guys, I've got so many pieces that they're just, like, dumped into bins at this point, so it's hard for me to remember where everything came from. But if I'm wrong, someone will remind me in the comments, I'm sure. Of course, he's got tan hands there. He's got a crutch in and one arm to represent the movie. And then, of course, the face comes from the Robert Pattinson Batman minifig, or rather the Bruce Wayne minifig, and he's just got some longer black hair. There is like a messier, curlier black hair, but I don't have it in my collection, so I went with the next best option. Hespera was a lot of fun to build. The face came from the older Princess Leia from The Force Awakens. And then she's just got this long ponytail in white, which I think works really, really well for the character from the movie. I gave her the thin cape, which doesn't take up quite as much space on the side of the body. And this came from the Mandalorian Battle Pack from a few years ago. She's got dark brown arms, tan hands, and the torso and legs from Wonder Woman 1984. Anthea was interesting to build because she, of course, has the teenager look as well as the goddess look, so I went ahead with the more regal of the two options. For the head, I used MJ's head from LEGO Spider-Man with the arms and hands to match. The torso and legs come from the Atlantis soldier from LEGO Aquaman, more specifically from the Justice League Atlantis set, and the hair comes from LEGO Friends. It actually appeared on two different characters, one named Nicole and one named Lily, and I like it because you kind of get the part in the front, you get the black hair in the back, and a lot of people don't know that the LEGO Friends hair pieces work pretty well on minifigs, so here's a good reminder of that. I'm actually really happy with the way Kalypso turned out. I think that this looks really, really good right out of the movie. And the torso is from the Talons minifigure from LEGO Batman, but I flipped it around just to give her kind of that armored up look. The legs come from the 2015 Age of Ultron Scarlet Witch. Then, of course, I gave her these black arms that have black on top and tan on bottom. Those came from Ethan Hunt from LEGO Dimensions Mission Impossible. I put black hands on there for her gloves, as well as the handcuff trick, which is where you take a pair of handcuffs, cut the chain in the middle out, and then put them back on to add a little bulk around the wrists. And those black handcuffs came from the Space Police character from the LEGO Collectible Minifig series. Then I gave her a brown pole with a 1x1 stud on it so that this top piece could fit on. And of course, this makes the staff that's kind of the MacGuffin of the movie. The face comes from Xia Ling from Shang-Chi. And then, of course, I gave her long black hair to pull it all together. I actually don't think I ever made the wizard back in the day when the first Shazam came out, so I went ahead and made him here. The head actually comes from Phastos from LEGO Eternals, the Marvel movie, of course. I gave him long black hair from Lobo, and then, you know, he's kind of got like some brown robes on in the movie, so I gave him Plo Koon's torso, which I guess you could really use any brown robes you want. It doesn't have to be anything too specific, but to give him kind of the skirt that he's wearing, I used the leg, or rather skirt piece, from Zuckuss from LEGO Star Wars, although it does exist in brown with no printing, which I think would look better. Unfortunately, I don't have that piece, so I went ahead and used the one I did. And in a huge surprise at the end of the movie, Wonder Woman actually showed up, which was really, really awesome. This is the Wonder Woman from her solo movie, which I think works pretty well, but there was a version that would work a little more accurate for what we saw in the movie, and that would be the one that doesn't have the kind of like leather sash on the torso printed. That one actually came in a DC Comics set, not a DCEU set, and unfortunately, I don't have that set, so I'm gonna have to hunt that down so that I don't ever get backed in a corner again. Because this is like the third time in this video where like there is a perfect piece, but I just don't happen to have it in my collection. So man, I need more minifigs, but I have like 3,000 at this point, so I guess I just got really unlucky with the pieces I needed for this video. Anyways, let's zoom out and I'll give you my final thoughts on the movie and the showcase. Let me know what you think of these customs in the comments down below, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next video, and until next time, build on. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out one of my other videos listed here.